So we want to solve this given triangle. So we're told that side A is 9, side B is 6, and side C is 4. So this is a side-side-side triangle, which means we are going to use the law of cosines. So again, this is a side-side-side triangle. So law of cosines. Now, when you're starting with law of cosines, it's usually best, if you can, to try and find the largest angle first. If you do that, then that means that if you decide to use law of sines down the line, you don't have to worry about it potentially being an obtuse angle measure. So I'm going to find the measure of angle A first. So if you recall, to find the measure of angle A, that means that I isolate the side that's opposite it in the equation. So the side opposite that is 9. So it's going to be 9 squared equals 6 squared plus 4 squared minus 2 times 6 times 4 times the cosine of the angle that we're looking for. So go through and just evaluate all of this. So 9 squared, that's 81. That's 36 plus 16 minus 24 times 2, which is 48, times the cosine of A. 36 plus 16, that's 52. So we have 81 minus 52 times equals negative 48 times the cosine of A. 81 minus 52 is 29. So 29 divided by negative 48 is equal to the cosine of A, which means that we can take the inverse cosine to get that A is the inverse cosine of negative 29 over 48. Plug this in your calculator and you'll get that the measure of angle A is about 127.2 degrees. So this is about 127.2 degrees. So we found our obtuse angle measure, which is our largest angle. So that means that B and C can't be obtuse. So we don't really have to worry when we're talking about or dealing with law of sines. So I'm going to use the law of sines now to find angle measure B. So we can say the sine of B divided by 6 equals the sine of 127.2 degrees divided by 9. Multiply both sides by 6. We get that the sine of B equals 6 times the sine of 127.2 degrees divided by 9. Take the inverse sine of this. Take the inverse sine of all of this. All of this here goes in there, and that's going to equal the measure of angle B. So when I take this and plug it in to my calculator, I get that the measure of angle B is about 32.1 degrees. So this is about 32.1 degrees, which means to find the last angle measure, C, the measure of angle C, it's just 180 degrees minus the sum of these two, 32.1 plus 127.2. And that's going to be, the measure of angle C is going to be 20.7 degrees. So this is 20.7 degrees.